Good morning, London. Hello, hello. How is everyone doing? How is it going, guys? Toot. Um, haven't done a lot of preparation. Not really done extended going into the charts, but um, let's see. The news, by the way, today. I don't think today's Tuesday, right? What to expect today? It's still NFP week, but let's see. We got some surprises. Oh, GBP 7:30 Eastern annual budget release. Let's see. That's 7:30. That could be interesting. Um, I don't see any news for us. Only FOMC member Williams speaks at 9:55. I don't think that really moves the market really, right? All day. 11:45, another one. Nothing else. So it's literally a new no news day, but that doesn't really, we're not gonna really be influenced by that. But we have to be aware that it's ADP non-farm employment change tomorrow at 8:15. So we have to be aware of that. That might impact the price action a little bit. Who traded yesterday? Anyone? um, it was quite frustrating for me in a way. I did the AM session, the New York AM session, and I just, you know, um, let me go over it because it's quite interesting. And maybe that will make sense why I have so many lines on my chart because I know I have a lot of lines, but I put them out for a reason, especially when I see something happening, or better to say, not happening. Then I leave it on because I'm like, you know what? It's going to be in play at another time. And I want to go over one line that I put on, which I actually put on London. So most of you were here when we marked it. Um, let's go over yesterday, 9:30, right? So this line here, that was the 3-minute suspension block. I don't know if there are people here that when we marked it in London, um, I said, oh, this isn't going to be interesting. It's a suspension block. And I can't remember the context anymore, but I said it will come and play at another time. And I left it on my chart. Now, what happened? Why did I leave? I think it was Friday or Thursday, but I think it was Friday. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it doesn't really matter. But what happened? I left it. It didn't do anything for us during London. But then in the AM session, we had the opening range gap, and it was literally this little gap was literally at the top of that opening range gap. Again, what happened? We did not fill the whole gap. It left exactly this little portion. It was a little bit bigger, but so I thought again, okay, I'm going to leave it. So yesterday morning, when I thought, okay, I had a very good trade, opening range. I did a very fast one. Then I waited a bit, and then again I wanted to trade the remaining open. Again, it was part um, of the opening range gap. So this was my TP, but I got stopped out twice because of this price action. And then here it had a perfect run all the way up to here, and it initially it went up to previous day high. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to mention. So the previous day high obviously wasn't there on Friday or Saturday, but when I saw yesterday that we had this previous day high and this was below it, I always leave it because there's always like you get like price doesn't go in all the way to a previous day high. It always bounces off little old balances or something. So that was one of the reasons that I also left it because I knew, okay, if we're not going to go to previous day high at once, this might be a level that we might go to. So that's why that was my TP for literally. Well, it's on stream. Maybe even, I think it was even 3 times. I think I did 3 attempts, and but it didn't. I mean, I got stopped out, and then I got so fed up. I was like, you know what, never mind. And then even before I stopped the stream. It started running, and then yeah, it hit it later on. So exactly here. So that's why I leave all these things. When you see all these things on my chart, they have a reason, and they tend to make me money. Sometimes they do not, but and at some point I'm trying to figure out, okay, but what can I leave? When can I leave this? Can I take something else closer to this time that will that I can use? But at this time, I'm still testing a lot of these things. How long does it take before some things come into play, and sometimes they do not. So yeah, this was a good example again, because ICT, I'm still studying the suspension block. ICT said they always come back to a suspension block, but it's still a little bit for me like, okay, but sometimes it takes like a couple of days, right? And I'm still trying to figure out, so I'm still back testing that. But this was a good example again. But yeah, so no money here for me. I didn't make any money here. 2 times stop out. I was in profit already from um, I think it was from London as well. Oh yeah, I had a lucky trade. Still made about $340 on the day. But yeah, this was supposed to be 200 points. Exactly to the tick. But anyway, and then later on it went to the previous day high, and then it had a beautiful short. I don't know. I wondered, anyone play that short? It was in Asia. It was a beautiful short. But again, yeah, I don't trade in Asia. Look, it took previous day high beautifully here. If you missed this one here, it went down and then it went up to it. Boom here, and then after market close, a beautiful short. Back to, guess what? Another line. They're there for a reason. But hey, I didn't do anything with these because it was not my time. But that was enough said. It's just something I just wanted to point out. And at some point, I hope to have less lines on my chart, but I still need them. I just can't do without, I guess, for now. Okie dokie. um, So yesterday we swept these equal, the short was we swept these equal highs, right? Taking previous day high was these equals here. So, and then we went down, we're in the higher time frame fair value gap. And in this N walk, the blue boxes are my N walks. I tried just to only draw the ones that are necessary. Hey Beast, how are you doing? Hey Methor, hey Sean, MC, hello, hello. Good to see you guys again. Yeah, so we're in this fair value gap. I wonder if we have a little gap here, and we are below the midpoint. I think it's a bit of a difficult read for me at the moment, bullish or bearish. I try to not to get too much bias today, also with all the geopolitical news as well. I just want to really try to focus on price action and take it session per session. Normally I really want to try to get a bias and really focus on it, but on the other hand, I'm still going to do it a little bit, but I just don't want to get married to it. Let me just mark this IFUG. I'm going to give it another color. It's a 4-hour. Let's see, 4-hour IFUG. So here, this one. I marked it before, but I took it off again. Try the 1-hour. Oh, we're over 2 o'clock already. We have a new 4-hour candle. It looks like we're going to get continuation a little bit. But I wonder if it's going to go all the way down. This 4-hour candle. What do you guys think? We've got a wick here. Just quickly measure this one. I don't feel... Something is telling me or giving me like a little bit of a vibe that we might not get. Yeah, I like this level. 0.66, 0.5. Yeah, okay. Let's watch this level, 0.66, how it's going to react here. Midpoint of this wick here. Let's see if it rejects here. 7-11. Let's see. Okay, that's enough. Let's see how the 1 hour looks, by the way. The 1 hour is, okay, almost similar. Almost similar. Okay, I'm going to leave it on the 4 hour. I'll leave it on the 4. There we go. Hey, L7 Trader, how are you doing? Hey, Zara Trader. Good to see you guys again. Okay, so we bounced off exactly the first presented of yesterday, 9:30. Okay, I really want to see this level here, 710-ish. If it goes below it, if it goes into the fair value gap, let's say the mid. Um, let's have a look at gold quickly as well. This is yesterday's opening range gap. Price went into it to 1/3 level, out of it, back into it, but still have an unfilled level here. And there's another, there's more here. I would like to say it's more bearish than bullish, right? Maybe if we go into this fair value gap, then we go further down. I can't get out of my head waking up and turning his laptop and first enabling caps lock to start his day. Yeah, actually, L7 Trader, just try not to use caps lock. We appreciate your good wishes, but I think it's I also don't like it too much because we try to read all the messages, and it's sort of like it comes across like you feel like your message comes across a little bit more important than others. So I try. It's the same like spamming. Yeah, try not to use caps lock if possible, please. This is the nice thing about still being a little bit not too big. You can, the chat is still something manageable, and we can read every message. We don't need any moderator. That's comes with the perks of not being like a huge channel. I think that's the part I would not like. Also, that's the part I don't really focus on growth in the sense of, oh, I really want to grow, because it comes with a I guess with getting less impersonal. Oh, I have, okay, gotcha. Okay, L7, thank you for clarifying. No problem, L7. We know. Okay, okay. So guys, just to be clear, and don't use the same. Don't use. It's fine, L7. If that's the case, but you're excused for that. Hey, Andre, how are you? I actually went over that already, but I'll do it again. No problem. I mentioned that for me, being the time that we're in, it's a little bit hard. I did go over some levels on NQ. But being the time that we're in, I'm trying not to have too much of a bias in a sense of I could still see us go higher. If I look at the parent dealing range, we still have 702 here. We didn't tap in exactly 602. So I think we could still maybe go higher from this fair value gap, but we also could go lower. So I just actually said, let's see How are we going to react exactly on this, around this purple line and the start of this 4-hour IFUG? So I'm still waiting just to see how price is behaving. Yesterday, for example, I had a really, my analysis was correct, but normally, according to my models and the model how I play it, it's also supposed to do specific things in a specific time, and it didn't do that. It's sort of like everything was extended. So, like for example, that move normally would have happened before 11 o'clock or latest 11:15. Now, for example, yesterday in that AM session, it didn't do that, and then the drop. There was a beautiful drop that came after the market close, and I'm sort of like, also a little bit hesitant now to really to get too excited for specific moves, because it's sort of telling a little bit that, okay, things are just moving a little bit differently. Everything is extended, time distorted. So I'm trying not to get too much into bias and just watch per session and then take it per session to see, okay, what's happening. Because I can frame it from here. We could, it could use this SIBI to go higher again or to just consolidate, because we're still in this N walk here again. And we're entering a 4-hour IFUG. Now, is this IFUG going to function as a springboard to the upside? We are now at the first presented of yesterday. Let me just check what kind of, sorry, is it a reclaimed or IFUG? I have to check. Hold on. I didn't do my analysis properly. Hold on. Yes, okay, it's IFUG. No, it's not. It's reclaimed. Okay, it's okay. It's reclaimed because this is a bullish one. Okay, it's not an IFUG, it's actually a reclaimed IFUG. Fair value gap. It's bullish. Here it's reclaimed. Let's see if it's still going to hold up, or is it going to leave it and then becomes an IFUG to the downside. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of this one here. I want to watch this now here. This is more important. I'm just talking a lot. I just go over scenarios in my head a lot, and it's not like that I'm thinking, oh, this is going to happen. It's just that when I talk a lot, it's more of like, okay, it's just like I go over those possibilities that I see or think that could happen, and it's not that I really think they might happen. I still need more. For me, it's like a little bit unclear at the moment. Or since 4 p.m. all 1 hour. Yes, exactly. It was a beautiful short, right? Yeah, and it was we took these highs here, and then we just really went back into the range beautifully. It was beautiful. It was, I mean, it was a beautiful short in Asia. Hey, where's my Asia's level? Um, okay, Asia here, level here. We've got quite a big gap, Asia gap. So Asia low, Asia high is here. So yeah, I'm thinking now more bullish than bearish for the time being. I mean, I'm still bearish a little bit, I think, but I think for now we tapped into the fair value gap here on the way down, and this might be a little bit of a, let's see if we can get over the 150 to 2 a.m. macro. Let's see. Midnight. So we have another fair value gap. I didn't mark this fair value gap. I just marked this IFUG. If we do go further down, just to see how far down we can go. I want to say I'm actually inclined to take a long from here, paper trade along, because it looks like we really tap into that first presented. We're in a fair value gap here. Let's see how we behave here. I'm just thinking maybe we are forming the new 4-hour wick and then go further down, right? Let's say this is more expansion to the downside at some point, maybe into this area, or are we going to maybe up to 665? I'm going to do a poll with you guys. The 4 hour just opened. We can, yeah, exactly, Andre. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Like if we do go up, it could be exactly, might it be the manipulation wick, so the wick that we go up here and then maybe continuation. But because we're in a busy, we could also consolidate, right? We see that a lot as well. Let's have a look to the left on the higher time frame. What do we see here? Let's go to the 1 hour. Okay, so on the 1 hour, oh, this is nice to see. Here we go. If we go below 738 body-wise, then we are disrespecting this one here. Okay, I'll keep it on the 1 hour, because if we go lower here, then we're going to go into this one here. Do we have any imbalances on the 1 hour? Not a lot, do we? So it looks bearish to me on the 1 hour. What do you guys think? Let me do a poll. Let me do a poll. London. Bullish or bearish? Andre, I don't know the dates of the. I just marked the three that are that might be the one in play. I have to check it again, but I'm not going to do that now. I just marked the 3 ones that are where price action is behaving. I wish there was a. I want to have an indicator that if I would put on like 25, it would only highlight. It would delete all the other ones and only give me the 2 that price action is behaving in and the event horizon from the 2 that is in between. So that if I put on all the ones, because especially we go down a lot, you have like a lot of days or weeks that you need to put on, right, on the indicator. And then you have a lot of clutter on your chart. So because we moved down quite a bit, I had to, I have a lot of other ones that I need to, if I put on the exact amounts that will give me these 2 here, these are very old, so and then I have a lot of other ones up here, and I can't see anything anymore. Even from me, who has a lot on my charts. Did I hear yes, Mether. Blink, 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 blink. This was sort of like we've got a very smart people in our group, so this was a hint, and he knows exactly that I'm talking, giving him a little hint. Hint, hint. Wow, we have 10 consecutive red candles in 1 hour chart, still developing. Huge bear, but it seems that at 20 the fib, 23 will turn. Let's wait. Yes. Hey, Wex, how are you doing? Yeah, you know, in hindsight, it doesn't look easy, right? Because, I mean, if you look at this, it's still like, it's not like large candles. It's very small and maybe a little bit of back and forth price action as well. Okay, let's see. So now we're entering in the, I want to see this level here, exactly what this purple line. I want to see how it behaves here at 710. Okay, let's see if we get reaction or not. Okay. So why am I interested in this line? It's also a zero 0.5 line of a higher time frame premium wick. So that's why I'm interested in this line. Because if we do, we could. I'm just wondering if we could have a move to the upside, maybe into this wick, or maybe do we have a gap here? Yeah. Oh, we have a suspension block. Yeah, doing great. I'm always happy to be here. I want to check bearish, 70% bearish. Okay, 12 votes so far. It's choppy. Yeah, I remember. Just watch how price action at some point will change. You can see the difference at some point. So, like I said, I don't anticipate. I'm just watching and trying to get some intel. And I'm also watching, like, do we have all these? How many gaps do they leave open? I try not to anticipate when I see a lot of choppy and spotty price action. And at some point, you'll see the difference. And for me, it's also like, okay, are we going to keep on being bearish, or are we going to have like either consolidation, or are we going to turn? Hey, anonymous giraffe, a suspension block is a oh, actually it's not a suspension block because there are two. It's not a suspension block. I'm sorry, but a suspension block is a fair value gap with two volume imbalances on both sides. So this actually does not. This one has a wick all over it, so this one doesn't. I think this most likely is another PDRA that he hasn't gone over yet. But a suspension block is just a fair value gap, but then there are two little volume imbalances on both sides. Yeah. Okay. Not a suspension block, guys. I'm sorry. I don't trust this level to go for a short. So that's why I'm a little bit hesitant to get in right now. So in all honesty, I think the short should have been entered here already, and either you have a runner. I would not enter here because we're already at 6.2702. I would rather let it run and watch and either take a long or get more confirmation. If it goes below this level at some point, then I might want to anticipate in a short. But here I'm like, anytime we could have a turn, right? Because this is the whole range. The OT, these are the OTE levels. So I'd rather wait and, like I want to see, like I said, I keep on mentioning this level here. I just really want to see if we are going to get some reaction here, because this is also the first presented. We're at the midpoint. I'm actually more interested in waiting for a long. Seems clear we are heading to month open. I don't know. I wouldn't. Be careful with those things, because we could get a nice long from here. I could leave it for later on. 702. 702 is below the monthly open, though. Yeah. 229. Let's see. 230. I got burned so many times. I don't know about you guys. When I try to aim when it's really close, then I try to, if I wasn't positioned here, I tried to get in the last bit, and then it just really went back up first, and then it went down. So it always has these. That's why if you see these levels here, this was 0.5 of another premium wick, and we are on the midpoint of a first percent fair value gap. So I don't trust it that it's going to go. And we are very slow price action, right? So I wonder when it's going to sweep it. It maybe in the 350 macro, maybe in the 250 macro. Um, so I'm a little bit hesitant to. I don't want to. Is someone in a short from Asia, by the way, or maybe even from market close with their own account? Actually, this it was already 2 o'clock, right? But this, I mean, I've been like really in the beginning. I was, oh my god, this is so easy. It's gonna go there, and then I entered here, for example, and then I just got chopped up. And then eventually it still goes there, right? Because we all know it's going to go there at some point. But when? And then it's just like, oh my god. And then I just get really annoyed. Yeah. So let's wait. I mean, yeah, please do not enter here. Just let it go. If it goes, it goes. We'd rather wait for a long. If you're in a short from either here, that's fine, because even though, well, but we're in the midpoint, we're at the mid of the first presented. We're sort of starting to chop a little bit. We're near that 50% of that premium wick here. We are below it though, but I think we could just, on the higher time frame, just wick back up to it, right? I'll show you the wick that I'm referring to. It's this one here. 0.5 here. So it's this wick here. It's this one here. Now, it obviously, it seems to be rejecting the 0.5, right? We are lower, we're going lower. It's too slow. It's not moving properly. Okay, let's see if it's going to do it. Yeah, always on days like this, I guess, just put your TP a little bit above them so you don't have to, it's just like, it comes really close and then just take it out. Um, 69 bearish. So I don't know. I wonder if we do hit the monthly open and the previous week low. So that means also 702 if we turn bullish. So I'm still waiting. I mean, I missed a short already. That should have been already entered in Asia. So I'll just have to wait. No entry yet. Just waiting. 236. Yeah, it could spike up and then go back down again in the macro. Patience, patience. In the meantime, let's quickly have a look at the GC. Tapped a daily open. Previous month. Okay, we took the previous day high on previous month high. Yeah, I think I really want to wait until it leaves the either it goes back up or it's not going back and forth. Let me see. It's in the midpoint of that N walk. We've got a larger CB. Yeah, it looks bearish, right? You would say bearish, but then again, we already went into the wick. Damn, I can frame it both ways again. Oh, it took the low. Okay, these levels are not doing anything, so I'm going to get rid of these monthly levels. Let's see if this area gives us a long. I'm actually interested. I'm going to paper trade this long. I know it's risky because we still have this one here, but it has to be a faster. I have to get used to faster trades. Just go 20 points, but it might be too early. I have to journal it. That's okay. I don't mind. 2R trade. The time is at 2:40. Yes, I like it. Just a very short. I've got to get used to shorter trades. I really need to get away from only 150 points. Just take a short, faster ones. Just short, and because I think it will go down, but I just want to take faster scalps, I guess. Hey, Lim Lim. Um, but I still want to have try to get 20 points. Okay, this doesn't work. It really wants to go to 702. My logic was, okay, we're at the bottom of the end walk, at the fair value gap, we hit 0.5 of the wick. It's not macro time yet. We're going to manipulate up again. Then we go down. That was my logic. But let's see. I'm still going to stay in. And then I'm going to take it back down short to go here. And then we take the previous week low. That's what I'm thinking. But let's see. Because it's 240. It took out a monthly open. It's very slow. Want to take out the shorts. Yeah, so that's my logic. But let's see how far up it will go. It has to be a fast trade. 1 to 2 hour max. Okay. Just don't want any losing trades on this one. This is just some really, I feel very, I really have to get used to this. Get in and get out very quickly. I also don't think it will go up all the way up here. Let's see, 243. Let's see, I have to journal it how far up it will go. Or when it will stop me out. It'll definitely go into here, but can it go higher into this week? Let's see. It's just gonna spike very fast maybe. Are you gonna go higher or not? I'm just paper trading this, by the way. Yeah, everything has been red, exactly. I don't think it will go up very high because there's no imbalance. It didn't leave any imbalances except here, right? So this is just going to be a fast straight up. I think it's not really. I think we're going to expand lower as well on this candle. I think it has to be. We're just gonna. I think this is going to be. I don't think I should ask for too much. Yeah, I think this is all it wants with this liquidity. Let's see. I need to lower it a little bit. It's going to reject here. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, 65. Good enough. So it's about, if it's it's around 12 to 15 points, I think that's good enough. I can do that. I don't mind that. Okay, so for me, the logic was monthly open. We are just too, when you see, it's about time, right? Because I don't think, I think it will make the next move down in the next macro, which will start at 250 to 310. Or maybe we're going to go much higher. I don't know. We'll see. Also, it was 0.5 of this week. This one here. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if we can get another short. Now I don't mind to, if we get a nice leg up, maybe to short it down to this level here, previous week low. Anyone in a short already? Is there anyone? I'm really curious if anyone will is already in from Asia or has a better entry already. Maybe from around midnight or 1:30. Hey, Hey Tony, Fibbo. No, I don't look at the QQQ, but I do look at ES, but not at the QQQ, to be honest. Let's have a look at ES, by the way. It's a good one. Thanks for that. Oh, I mean, it's just going down, right? Oh, that's good. I still have an opening range gap on it, so that means up to here we're still filling it. This needs to go off at another levels. Yeah, I mean, it's going to fill this gap and then go into this wick somewhere, most likely. And then we'll see. We'll look for SMT with ES. Yeah, I did. Okay, I should have taken the short here into a SIBI. We wicked into it now. We'll use the macro most likely to take the previous week low, 702, and then let's see what happens. Okay, 27 bullish, 73 bearish. I'm still, I don't know. I need more confirmation for continuation of the bearishness because of the where we are at. I'm just wondering if we, in this 4-hour IFUG, if we're going to go through it, then I will be more, that means also we will go below the 79%, or are we going to turn? Because 702 is it could be a nice level of a turn. But then again, if I look at the 1 hour, do we have any, I don't see a lot of imbalances. The only thing that we could do is start to make a fair value gap somewhere. So that means we're going to get 1 hour of consolidation, create like a gap somewhere, right? Because now it's just going to continue. This is, we don't have any fair value gaps here. It's just continuation. The first one is here. But most of the times you don't go all the way back up to these to go here. Unless you have a really low resistance run and just blast through everything. So my only worry for London is that we're going to get an area like this, right? So we are going to go in this level here, not continue, and then create a fair value gap maybe here, or which we can use later again. Or are we going to go blast through this here? We blasted through the 50% of this level now. So let's see if we can get lower. Just gonna watch. Hey TechSync, how are you? I'm fine. How about yourself? So I'm just, because of this area here, I'm just not too sure about expansion moves. Like I really want to, well, you know, and me as a distribution trader, I really want to have the distribution of a candle, but I just see too many things that might be holding it back to really distribute to the downside now. Or let me see, it could do it, right? But I just I don't have the confidence to take it. I like to have ES, VIX, and Q charts side by side to see potential divergences. And when VIX is at support, resistance, when ES hands and Q as an extension is not. If VIX support is holds, I enter scalp. Ah, okay, interesting. Yeah, I technically don't scalp. I'm trying to get better at it just to take those shorter trades. So I'm happy that I took this trade using time a little bit. Like, okay, you know, it's, but I'm just I'm just most comfortable at taking distribution trades, or really having candles expand in a little bit of a faster way. It also if it goes too slow, it starts to make me aggressive inside a little bit. Sounds really weird to say it, but it does actually. Um, at some point, I get like impatient, and I get annoyed, and that's where I start, get into I could get into that trap of over trading and making mistakes. So I try not to trade slow price action, and try only to trade low resistance liquidity run. But like moves like this, I really want to get better at just also getting comfortable. Okay, like this makes sense. End of the just a little gap up to continue down. And just it's enough points. If it's 10 to 15 points, I'm okay with that, to take those. This is even more, but I didn't enter at the bottom, so I think it was about 17 points that I took, 15 to 17 points, that was it. But it was still, I mean, if you still take it from there to there, it's still 30 points. So, entering those as well, and especially on stream, if there's logic to it, it's still acceptable for me to do it. I guess we consider this a scalp, right? Goveria, the London session technically opens. London opens at 3, but the session, I mean, it's like pre-market, right? I started 2 o'clock, just getting into price action, because I consider 2 o'clock already London, because we have a lot of interesting data that is created, and I think I consider it part of London, just like we have 8:30 news candles is also part of the New York session. But the silver bullet, we don't use. Silver bullet is from 3 o'clock. Now, I have marked these as well, this area. This is the 150 to 210 macro. The moment we start getting above this, I will become bullish again. Now, I find it hard to be bullish though with this, but you never know, right? Oh, it's already, we're in the macro. Let's see. Previous week low is here. It's also in a fair value gap that I marked of importance. I wonder, that's why I'm sort of like, I don't know. I like the level, but I wonder if what's going to happen here. I would not enter a short further than this at the moment. For me, but that's me personally. Just because of the IFUG, the 702 level, another fair value gap of importance that I'm marked. I enter with 2 for micros and let it run. I let 1 to run based on higher time frame, and the 2 for scalp. Okay, so you actually combine scalping with longer. That's good. That's awesome. Yeah, that's actually I don't lose, but when the runner runs, it's yeah. Oh, that's pretty good, I guess. Yeah. So my average point, the trades that I take on NQ, I actually don't trade under 50 points, and most of them are, I guess, between 60. And yesterday I was really annoyed because in the AM session I had it perfect analyzed, and it just stopped me out. It would have been 200 points on NQ. It stopped me out twice, and then it ran exactly but it really ran really late. At 11:30 it started to run, and it was a beautiful run, and it just went boom exactly there, and it was just below the previous day high. Yeah, but there were more options if you didn't, if you wouldn't aim for so much. There were, I could have the shorter trades, but then, when they work out, I mean, it's still, for me, looking at my R to R and the way I trade, it's better for my P&L. But hey, I'll get better to it. But I like your the combination, actually. To be honest, it's something I should look into as well. Might have to change my strategy a little bit. We'll see. Oh, a slow price action. 72 bearish till 3 o'clock. Well, technically, we make a Tuesday high, a low. That means actually the week might be bullish, right? You could have a bullish week. Everybody's going to be very bearish because of the war, but I mean, my experience has been a little bit different. Most of the times, it's been quite bullish. Price action turned bullish. Okay, I need my drink. Oh, I still have issues with my back. I'm so happy that I'm not in a trade when it goes like this. You see, we left all this. We are printing still very spotty, leaving a lot of gaps. So that I still don't trust this. I would not enter a short for the long term until this is filled. We also have a gap here. It's just too spotty for me, and not really. It's just leaving too many little things behind for me to get confidence in the short. Three o'clock. Let's see. Zero 0.44. See if it wants to get to 60.30. 634. If it doesn't go, I could see it go to 634-ish. If it wants to expand lower, 634. Let's see. Not this level here. But let's see how if it's really going to stay below this level here. I don't know. This could be. I mean, I don't. For me, this doesn't look like it's. I think this. Don't forget this block here. I would rather enter here for a long, to be honest, but I don't see. For me, like I said. Oh here, here we have a suspension block right over here, guys. This is a no. It's not. It's not. It's not. Again, wait. The only thing that I'm thinking now is going to form a fair value gap here. So I think it's going to be like I could see a trade up to here. Okay, let me put a quick trade, very quick. Just a paper trade. Stop loss below this one here, TP, just until where I see imbalances. So that is just right over here. I just see this imbalance. It won't. I don't think it will leave the way down until, because that's why it creates all that spot. Do I see anything else? I'm going to already bring it down to break even because I don't want to be stopped out. This is going to, I'm going to bring it down here. Multiple. Oh my god, I'm getting good at short trades. 25 points. Just a, yeah, I'm so fed up being stopped out on my long trades. I'm just like, okay, what the hell, NQ? You're not going to get me anymore. Okay, I'm going to bring it here again. It's creating spottiness, so can't be stopped out anymore. Bring it a little bit lower because it's a little bit tricky. But I'm anticipating this gap to be filled. And then I don't expect it to go much higher because I think it wants to make a fair value gap. Or if it does wants to go higher, then we are going into this wick. But it could just wants to create a fair value gap, so create a high on this new 3 o'clock candle and then go back lower. So then we have finally we created a ooh, you see that? This is interesting. Don't stop me out now. I'm just paper trading, guys. 303, it didn't even go higher. Hey, listen, I make most of my money. I just need literally one trade a week, then I'm fine. But I think as a streamer, you just want to be able to also catch these smaller moves, right? Oh, there we go, stopped out. Oh, that's a tricky one. Okay, so but you see, it made a fair value gap, right? It went up to create this gap here. So now we have a fair value gap. So now I can continue lower. It still could go higher. It still didn't feel. I'm gonna go back in again. Let's see when it's gonna do it. I paper traded because I want to see what it does at specific times. So it created this lower wick at 3:04. So see when it fills this. I want to see when it fills this little gap. Are you leaving this one behind? No, you're not. Are you? Interesting. Okay, we're gonna get. I think it's gonna be choppy now. Hey, employees live. Right now from Laos. Well, you're in Laos. Yeah, I know you have. Your time zone is. Well, hey, good thing you can trade London and you can look at London. But yeah, guys, I think we're gonna get some choppiness because it's 7:02. Um, um, yeah. At least now we have a fair value gap. I don't think it's going to go much higher. Maybe this little gap here, and then I think there's not much to do here. We already balanced this. I only see this one, and then I guess it's ready to go. I'm not anticipating in a short anytime before this is filled. If it goes without me, it goes. I don't care. This is a FU area. Yeah. No FOMO, not at all. I don't have any FOMO. If I see an area like this, I'm just on high alert. 702 is a very important level of any range. We're in a 4-hour IFUG. We're in an area where it has been consolidating. We have wicks here. Everything is telling me be careful here. There's an area where you can be chopped up, where you can be fooled out of your position. We took two important levels, previous week low, a monthly open. So you cannot expect it to really run fast to the downside. You really want to wait. I'm still, yeah, I still think this is going to, it might go a little bit higher, but now I got stopped out twice. Now I'm going to journal that, and then next time I will catch this trade at 9. Just want to see when it really fills this little gap here. What time is it? 10 past. The end of the macro. There we go. Now let's see if it's ready to what it wants to do. Okay, so we have a fair value gap. Now you want to ask yourself now what do they want to do, right? This is what I'm asking. Like, okay, do they want to, if it goes up and it goes to close it, then we don't have a fair value gap for later on. Or does it want to go higher? What can it do here? I'm just looking and I don't see any. I'm just wondering, does it want to go up higher here with all these little to this one? I don't know. It could, but I wonder. I think it wants to leave this fair value gap, right? That's what I'm thinking, but I could be totally wrong. What do you guys think? I think they want to leave this for later on, so I do expect movement to the downside, but maybe later on, or maybe now. We are technically done. This is filled. This is filled. This is balanced. 311. Oh, we did not. Okay, we did not enter into. Okay, let's give it one more push. Thank you, employees live. Welcome to the family. Technically, it did go in here. But you see, it keeps on printing little gaps. So when I see that, I just don't want to engage. I just want to really engage when it really starts printing smooth price action, like without any gaps. Today's Asia's in London. Such section correlation looks similar than yesterday. Correlation looks similar than as yesterday. I'm expecting to go up to current 25.25. CME, RP, March. Oh, you mean the N? You're talking about the N walk, right? 25.025. 25.025. What do we have at 25.025? I don't have, I'm sure there is something there, but I haven't marked it 25.025. 25 or 25. Yeah. We have a daily open here. Oh, we're moving to the downside already. Here we go. Let's see. I do think it wants to make a lower low because it still looks bare, like it's still not done yet, right? It's still on its way down. We made a fair value gap, so it can leave this area anytime. I don't think it will go higher. I think we're going to keep this fair value gap. So the full next hour will be expansion to the downside until 4 o'clock. So I think it's a good, we left this area now, so I think we can, I think the short is in play again. So I would take a short up to here. Yeah, I would be confident. I'm now confident in the short. Starting to move. Let's see. There's nothing to do here at the moment, right? This one, they want to leave it. Yeah, I mean, I definitely see, I can see a move up at some point again as well. But there's also a lot of things we need to do still below us as well. But, I keep on saying, I don't see much. If we do go up, I wonder if we have to go higher than this level. So we have a beautiful fair value gap here now. I should have entered the short here, right? Because I said, okay, I want this gap to be filled, and I didn't have the confidence to do it. But yeah. But like you always advise, let's wait to avoid FOMO. Yes. And it's okay to sometimes miss a move if you don't really, if you have like, don't feel confident because there's too many ifs and buts. And like I said, we're very lucky to be in London. You'll see that when you miss a trade, for example, because of just not being confident enough, you'll see that those levels that either you did not take will come and play again. And I mean, I'm really experiencing being more patient is really good for it's good for my P&L because it always like the trade that I missed always gives me the intel that I can use in New York session, and I have far better trades because of it. But I'm not engaging for some reason because I do see the short, but I just also I don't know. I don't think it will go higher, but the only thing that I am not trusting is the way it's moving. And a lot of the times when we have slow price action, I don't know if you guys agree with me, that we might have a nice move at 350. So I'm actually hoping that it's going to be slow now and it's not really moving fast and it's going to trick a couple of times. And then I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll let it go. And then maybe 350 to 410 might be the macro that we might have some expansion. So I like this level here. 6585. Not too far, but what else? I still have an opening range gap here that needs to be filled. An old one from 6th of February all the way here. So. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait. I really am going to wait for the next macro, or maybe at 330, see what price is doing. And hey, listen, I also need to get better at just being okay, not getting really aggressive and angry when I miss a move. Yesterday, I mean, it was very annoying, but I thought I held up It helps when I'm on stream as well, because I know I can't really say what I want to say sometimes, and I guess it just, well, I am myself, but you know, when you're on stream, you know, you just have to be a little bit more mature. I saw SMT being created. Yeah. Um, I don't care about SMT if we don't take out a level of importance, or well, it's good. Well, it's a good thing that you said it, because we might have taken that level of importance on NQ ES. I mean, yeah. So we did take out a low on S. That's a good one. Thank you. Because I heard myself saying it, and then I said, yeah, but maybe it took out the low of ES. See, we took out a low here, and we're in a fair value gap on ES. So this might be important level. And if you look on NQ on the 4-hour, we're at the midpoint of a wick. So this could be an interesting level. You see here, we are on the midpoint of a 4-hour wick, and at a 75% level, quarter level. So thank you, Ario. Appreciate it. So you would never, ever think this of a level of importance, right? But it actually is because of ES. ES did take out a daily low. So we took out yesterday's low on ES. Now here on the 4-hour, we're just mid in the midpoint of a wick. We're at a quarter level of a higher time frame wick. Actually, it's a 25% level. So let's see. This might be. It might go back into the first presented and even go. Did I say? I think I saw another imbalance here, right? Can't remember. What did I see? Well, let's see. Maybe it just goes up to here and then goes further down. But hey, maybe this is the level of. Because I think a lot of people are tricked in going short. But I think it's going to just. I think we're just going to get one of these candles here. So one candle, 3 to 4, and then expansion from 4 to 5. Let's see. Any gaps? There's not many gaps here. I mean, it's sort of like balanced. Everything is balanced here. So it could just go further down. I think it's just going to go down, to be honest. 320. Let's see. 585. I like a 585. I might see. I might want to enter a short some point. Maybe the 320 to 40 run might bring us here. But I'm gonna work. $322. I really like this level, this red line here. I'm gonna try to take another trade to get to, but I want to have the right time. I might miss it though. Okay, I'm gonna do another poll. It's bearish. Okay, we know it's bearish, but are we gonna get the move to the downside? Do we have to wait to the next macro, or are we gonna get the run before the macro? That's actually the poll. I wanna poll. It's already gonna run during my. Let me start another poll. Distribution to downsides in 350 macro or before. $350 macro, so 350 to 410, or are we aren't ready? Should we anticipate it earlier? Yes, I took a couple of paper trades, short. Here we go. Wanted. Yes, I took 2 paper trades. Just very quick. I'm practicing. Well, I call it scalping points. 50 to 20 points, 15 to 30 points, movements all the way up using time. It was contrarian to the move. Also, that's something that I technically don't try to do, but if it's clear, I try to just take smaller trades. Now I want to try to catch this short to the downside, which I actually do think we're going to get before the but 350 macro. Okay, let's see. I'm very curious. What do you guys think? It's before 67 already. Yes. Yeah, so I don't think we're going to go higher. I think they're going to leave this fair value gap right on the 1 hour because we need that one for later on. So we are not using the 50%. So the entry should have been here. I might have missed it already. Hey, Flatline, how are you doing? Yeah, okay, I already missed the entry, I think. Let's see, if we get one more move to the upside, I might enter. 320 to 40. See, now my risk reward, I can't really make it work. Yeah, okay, I missed it. Yeah, I missed it already. This fair value gap, we didn't even get to the midpoint. If it might go up again, I might take it, but I don't know if it's gonna give it to me. I would have traded it to up to here. 586 is my TP, but I missed it. Maybe if it goes here, we might have a spike up, but I don't know. Were you away for a couple of Fed line? I think I didn't see you yesterday, but or were you on a trip or something? Or so this was 322, so it's yeah. 606. I think 606. It might also have a little reaction at 606. Let's see. Hey, Flatline. Well, price action hasn't been that awesome. It's very insightful though still, but trading wise, you don't miss much because the short was already should have been entered from Asia already. There were maybe a few scalps that I'm just anticipated on paper. I haven't been trading my account or my eval whatsoever. I don't like the price action. It's more just collecting intel for me and just reading price action and see how price is behaving. Okay, let's see how price behaves at 606. I took a short in Asia for a couple of. Oh wow, okay, that's awesome. So you took that. The good move. Well done. Well done. Okay, I want to see how price. See, okay, this should have been the entry here at 322. 606. Let's see if it rejects here a little bit. I think this is still my TP. Now this does. I wish I was in this. This is the first time I'm starting to feel a little bit of FOMO. Not that bad, but I was okay. This is a clear move to me, clearer, because everything is already, there's no imbalances here. Everything has been done. Now we know it's going down. It's okay. You made 1900. Well done, well done. The money amount doesn't really matter. I should open my account. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Um. Do you only trade using ICT? Um. No, I use time a lot as well, but yeah, basically I'm ICT based, so it's enough for me. Okay, this would have been my TP, so next time I should listen to my gut feeling. But now let's see. Um, let's look at ES. What time is it? 3:33. Oh, I love this level. Look at this level, how beautifully it responds there. Is this a London low, guys? Is this a London low? Or Mr. Chaos Factor, well done. Yeah, this should have been my trade here. 322 to 333. I'm going to look at the 15-minute quickly. I need more information because I'm really not too sure about the short anymore. We took out the S took it out earlier. We went into this one here. We could go lower. Are we going to go lower now? We're going to go back into this value gap here. We're going to go all the way up here, 686. I'm going to enter a long. At least it's going to be a long up to here. We are below 79 and 0.5. It's a bit tricky. I'm not entering on my I'm not entering on my account because it doesn't give me the I don't I'm missing one or two confluences, to be honest, but because I also think this doesn't look too unbalanced to me. I'm wondering if it can go higher than here. um I don't like it. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I don't like it too much. Five, six, seven. I do see lower prices, right? 1, 0.5, 511, 511. Maybe time for another short. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, it's definitely not a long. There's nothing here. It's already done here. This should have been the short again. 511. I think we're going to get a nice drop. Maybe even all the way up to here. 511. Does it have anything to do? Any more gaps? 535. Yeah, I mean it's just going. It's going to keep on going down. It might drop all the way to 511, and maybe even it's going to go into this previous day low. Let's see. 0.33. Yeah, there's nothing to be done up here, so getting here. Mm-hmm. See, I'm never good at those slow distribution moves to the downside. It's just not my. I always, yeah. But there are many opportunities, to be honest. But it always sort of like it just doesn't. 511, 340. Let's see. I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom, and I'm gonna prepare for the macro. If it gives an opportunity, but let's see if we get the look at. It's now at the end of this week here. Let's see what it does. Maybe it gives another opportunity. Oof. Oof. L7. What looks like sinking. Well, it's actually a beautiful move, but it just moves in a way I just don't like it. It's just too slow. But I mean, still want to get. I still regret not getting in here. But then this would have been my trade up to here. Um, this is the only thing that I regret because this was very clear to me. This area, that was 70 points. That one hurts a little bit, but let's see. Okay, let's see. 343. Focus, 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 focus. Is it still a short? Is it still a short? We're entering a new N walk. Let me quickly, I want to have a look at something. N walk. Doing this here, up to here. We are done here. Okay, this is my max. 348. 454. 4. Okay, yeah, I'm getting in a short. Just paper trading a little bit early, but I'm just gonna take it to this level here. 2P will be my level. I'm front running the macro a little bit, but I might be a little bit in drawdown, but either it's going to just drop. I have to have a little bit of a larger stop loss here, but that's okay. And then I'll add after the macro starts. Now the only thing that I don't like this, I'm still on a paper trade, but I haven't entered in my. I'm going to enter on my eval with this in the macro. If it goes up a lot, I'm just looking here. It could go up into this fair value gap, which that's why I'm going in. I haven't entered yet. If it does, that's giving me more confidence to enter here on my account. If not, then I might have to give back a few points. But I like this level here. Might even go lower though than this level here. So I'm getting out just before the previous day low. Where is this one? This is here. Hold on. I think it's going to go much lower though. We're going to use this one, 459. 459. 450. 511. 511. What are we going to do? We already went here. What time is it? 3:46. 46. 1.5. Okay. There, I'm expecting it to go up a little bit from here anyway. That's okay. I haven't entered yet. 384. Yeah, I just wanted to say I wouldn't be surprised. Exactly, Tony. I'm just looking at something, and that's why I'm just in a paper trade, and I'm just thinking, like, is this the moment to? Is this the London low? Yeah, I just don't trust it at all. So I'm still in a paper trade. If I'm being stopped out, I'm gonna let it go. If it goes without me, it goes without me. I think it's also not the best time to enter for a short. I think the move was here, and maybe it's going to be actually a long instead of a short at the macro. And I think this might be for later on. It's just creating a sort of like a relatively equal low. But let's see if it goes. I'm just letting it go without me. Yeah, I agree with you. There's too many ifs and buts because it's sort of like at a specific range level. Like, is this the London range? But on the other hand, if it does go low, it's going to go lower a lot. It's either going to really drop. Okay, either we're going to reverse here for a while and then we have this is a London low, or we're going to drop all the way to, I can see a drop to 380-ish. So it's either or. Um, uh, yeah. So let's see. 380-ish. That will be the play. So there's enough playing field. Let's run this level here. But yeah, look, we have a lot of gaps here. So I would rather be long as 350. But on the other hand, it just could fall. Yeah, it's not bad. Well, Zara Trader, I think it's not really, it is still beautiful in hindsight, but it's not easy to trade. But there were, I mean, this was the best for me, this 322 move. So outside macro to the downside. Um, it's not where I feel, there's no, for me, where there was no really AMD, I'm not really good at those large, if it drips down. But, in hindsight, this should have not been missed by me. Um, but this was pretty clear. There was no imbalances here anymore. It went back up. This was sort of like, you can see this as a level 20, model 22, sort of, a little bit different. But and let's have a look at, now we still have previous day low here on ES, so there might could be continuation though. Oh, we also have a previous day low here, 380. Look, once it goes, it leaves these levels here. I think it's just going to drop. We might have a really, really large drop. Yeah, I don't want to use those levels too much because it doesn't always work. Sometimes it works, sometimes it does not work. Um, I just want to look at the what is price here telling. They always leave little, and I mean, at least this tells me that it's not ready to go down yet before this here. 352. I do want to. I think this is sort of like a moment where it can be uh, interesting because if it does start dropping, it might start dropping after 4 o'clock. Um, both ES and Q we don't have any SMT. Not that I'm looking at 15-minute SMT. If I'm talking about SMT, I want 15-minute SMT, or at least over 5 minutes. Or um, this is a level that I'm marked, and I'm marked for a reason. There's still work to do in here. Now the only question is, are we going to go in it now? Um, are we going to use the 4 o'clock? Let me quickly go to the 1 hour. Damn, this is a hard entry. It's not easy. So far down already. You know, especially it left this fair. I said, okay, it's going to leave a fair value gap, but this, I thought we might go into consolidation, right? But we did not. I didn't expect this move, to be honest. But I guess with everything, because yesterday we didn't have any move to the downside, so maybe it should have been expected. 354. Am I going to enter in a wick like this? Oh, it's a difficult one. This is maybe one of those times that I just have to let it go. I don't want to be, you know, getting in, FOMO in, and then, you know, in a wick, and then it spikes up, and then it goes here to just do some work, and then maybe move down later. So I either should have entered here at 322. This was the entry I should have gotten. This one is a little bit too complicated, but this one was. I'll just keep going back to this one. Is very clear too. I should not have missed this one. Two, 508. Yeah, I don't know if this level is going to like keep on bouncing off a little bit. It's also 1.5 from that level. Seems to be sort of like I mean, it's so frustrating because we can all see the previous day low right here, right? And we want to enter for that last bit, but these areas are always tricky. These are the areas that really got me as well, many times. That I got impatient, I entered, and then it just went up, and then you know today it goes down, but it, you know, a lot of the times it just either I can leave them for a little bit and then go back later on. But let's see. What do you think about the fact that New York session pumps price and overnight duns? Looks to me about like we just need better price to buy the dip. You mean it does it on a regular basis? We have a lot of pumps in New York or in London as well that it just goes up. It doesn't. It's all cycles, right? It doesn't really. It's not. I don't know if you mean it does it on a regular basis or you mean now. And about me like New York just better price to buy. Looks to me about like New York just needs better price to buy the dip and eventually go higher. Let's have a look at IBDA, by the way. I mean, I just need to let this go. I mean, I cannot trade this, guys. I just need to have. I need to be okay with that. Let's quickly have a look at IBDA. Let's see what. Let's have a look at the daily, because look, we're for me. So why I find this area challenging is because technically we are still in a consolidation area on the higher time frame. Now, those areas are never easy to trade. Whoever says it's easy. Yes, there are many opportunities, but it is challenging. It's not. It's just an area of higher time frame concept, and there's still opportunities, but it's just more difficult than usual than when you have expansion outside of this accumulation area. So let's have a look at IBDA. What IBDA is telling us. Where are the 20-day? What can we use if we look at the 20-day? Now we still have this little gap here, and we still need some sell side. So that's why I was looking at this level here. I like this level. If I look at the NWOG, and if we go lower, I could see that we take out this low, right? So that's IPTA 20. Now IPTA 40, I think when we're done here, within, if that will be today, then we have to, I think we should go back up a little bit, right? Because we, obviously, let's see, how many days are we away from this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I marked this one for a reason as well, because I still wouldn't be surprised if we still spike up, because it's just, you know, it is, there's no logic into sometimes in consolidation, because it could go down and then we could have a big day up again, right? So sometimes you have really weird large wicks, which doesn't have any logic in the sense of what does it want to do. So I don't know. But hey, ICT says I've got many levels here as well still marked, 23 to 7, 8. But are we going to respect the IPTA levels? That's the thing that I'm wondering, because if we are respecting the IPTA, then what do we have here? We don't have anything else in this low. And this is actually outside IPTA level. So that's the only question I actually want to ask ICT or anyone. Like, what happens if we IPTA? Are we going to disrespect it then? Or are we going to go first, take other levels up? So, I don't know. Hence, I would argue that the big players that can't move price as easy in New York will do it overnight. Okay, here we go. We get a move to the upside. I see now. See, it's a good thing that we are not in a short right now. Okay, let's see what price is going to do. We've got 2 more hours on the 4-hour candle. Now, what does a 4-hour candle? What's the logic? Let's talk some logic. We're in a higher in a 4-hour wick here. Let me quickly grade the wick. Did we hit 0.5? 0.2. Okay. Good. Not 25, but exactly 0.25. Okay. I still favor the shorts. But let's see. Which one? Okay, again, same logic as with the other one. Let's see if it's 4 o'clock already. Let's see if it's going to make another fair value gap. So we want this one to go up a little bit, so that makes that doesn't bother us. But I would like to see it go up here. So back to this line. I don't know if we can get that. Then I would enter a short again, and then we leave this fair value gap. And we have a flat bottom now. That's okay. Do we have a flat on the 4-hour as well? No, obviously not, because it's a 1-hour candle. This is going to be consolidation now. Flat bottom. Four o'clock. Yeah, I think we're going to go higher into this area here. We've got some imbalances here. I like it. I'm not going to trade it right now. I just want to concentrate to get ready for I don't want to use my mental capital for a good trade. So I just want to tape read and really prepare myself for a good trade. And just read price and just get ready for a larger trade. And just sorry, my fingers are too big for this small phone. Oh, are you trading from your phone? Okay, it's 4 o'clock. We have a little gap here as well. I see on the 4 hour, on the 1 hour. Sorry. Um, yeah, these are going to go up here for useful. So I think we're going to have a long up to here. Midpoint, it levels up with this level here. That makes sense. And then we might have it goes back down. That might be after the macro. Okay, let's see. So the macro is definitely going to go up a little bit. And we were going to leave another fair value gap. So we don't want, I mean, I don't think we're going to close this one yet. I think we're going to leave this one, right? Look at the higher chart. We're going to leave a fair value gap. Here we go. Let me mark this one here. I'm going to get rid of this 4 hour. This one here, and I'll get rid of the other one because we don't need this. Here we go. So 582, maybe even up here. Okay, yeah. So I'm not trading this. I just want to focus. I don't like trade. I mean, I'm not going to trade because it doesn't move in the way I like that it moves. So, but I do see it go up, but I wouldn't, I'm not bullish. I'm more, I think it's as just a retracement to go further down at some point. I'm not bullish until we have like either a 15-minute change in the state or that we take a level of importance, which will be the previous day low, and really balance out a level of importance. So for me, it's just rejecting here for the time being. But yeah, it's bullish for now, but I would not look how it's going. We don't have like proper structure. It's just going to balance out a few imbalances, I think. Yeah, I just don't like this how the way it moves. I mean, for me, this is hell. I don't know about you guys. I mean, who really um who traded this? Who managed to catch this short? I mentioned it, but it was really hard for me to sort of like enter and trust it. Even though I said, okay, if it goes here, I would trade it to here, and it went there, but I just don't like it. And also, when we have price action, like what I noticed that in New York, it's so much better. When London is like this, New York just moves so much better. Don't you guys? Have you guys noticed that as well? So you're in a long, and then you are up here, and then you have this wig down again. Oof. Yeah. Okay, let's see. So I marked this inversion here just to see if we are rejecting. So that means somewhere in this area it is going to reject. So we expect price to go up. Let's see if we can get over this. If it does go over this area, I mean, then we have to start being bullish again, obviously. But let's see if it rejects there, and then if we can have a continuation of a short. We also have an inversion here, right? If we look at this higher time frame, then we go all the way up here, then we are disrespecting this one. Then definitely, if we do go up, I mean, then this level comes in play, I guess, in the next session. We don't have news today, right? Bullish up to previous bearish 50% swing. Well, we could go all the way back up here, to be honest. We have a 1 hour little gap here as well. But that means we're going to encapsulate this whole 1 hour candle. On the other hand, we could go up, create a wick, and go back down again very quickly. It's possible. So we're just creating wicks. That's also a scenario that could be in play. But let's see. If it does blast through this and then goes into this little wick here, goes back down, it's just a wick and not a full candle, right? That's a scenario too. 4:10. I'm going to take a short here. Did it go into here? Yes, it did. But we still have this one here. We rejected at a 0.5 here. I like a short from here though. And back here. Boom, boom, boom. 11. What is my risk reward? I don't like this one here. I don't trust it yet. If this wouldn't be here, I would have entered here on a short. But I just don't like this one here. 452. Yeah, see, I'm gonna miss it because of this bloody thing. It's annoying. It's not going to the moon, guys. It's not going to the moon. It's still bearish. You guys can see that it's not. You can't. I mean, there's no bullishness at all. It's just retracing up to go back down. But I like this. I just want to make sure that I want to get an entry for short, but I just really don't like this one here. But sometimes it does leave one or two behind. It's 25. Met 4-3. I can't wait to see the outcome. Maybe previous day low. Yeah. Um, 3 past. Did you see it? Yeah. 10 past. 10 past. Let's see. I still have some hopes. It could also roll over at 5 o'clock. Okay, we created a very it rejected exactly at the 0.5 here, so that's beautiful. So I'm just questioning if it does want to go up here, maybe with a little spike. So that means, let's see if it does go up here. You see, if you overanalyze, you miss trades, right? But it also helps you. If it goes up here, it just taps into this little, let's see. That tells me then we might have a run maybe later. So we might have a bit of consolidation, which could happen, right? I mean, at some point it needs to have a little bit of rest before going further down. I mean, let's see. I think I'm going to put on a limit order here and then maybe be okay with the drawdown up to here. I think I'm going to do that for a short. And then if it stops me out, it stops me out. I think I'm going to do that. Why are you not doing what I want you to do? Why are you giving me a hard time? Let me just make sure. I want to make sure that's. So I don't want it to go higher than this. So we are. Tap into here, and then this is the max that I want it to go. I need to check a few things. I just don't like the time. If it's time to, it's gonna wait. It's such a big level. This 508, weekly lows here. 2, 4.6, 4.6, 6 even lower. There's also a weekly low at 436. You've got a previous day low. It's also similar. It's similar then to a position like here. It's a previous week. It's another week low and a previous day low. So we've got 2 levels here and one at 436. So I like 436, and then we go into here. Let me just double check this again. I need to go on the higher time. 436, 436. 38. See, if I want to get a trade, and if it really goes down, I want that low resistance move all the way to this way, because there's work to be done here. I want to catch this move 352. I don't want to catch those little Mickey Mouse moves anymore. I'm done with that. I did it 2 or 3 times this day, and I'm done with that today. 349. I'll go for the big boys now. 3, 4, 3, 4. See, this, I want this level to be filled, but Okay, I need to be patient, but yeah, to wait. 418. Oh, I'm just wondering if the move will come in pre-market because there's no news, or maybe even it's 419. We are below. We still have 2 more hours in the distribution candle. Oh, so why I'm hesitant is what I'm thinking is like this candle, this 4-hour candle close, and then maybe within the next 4 hours, so the one that starts at 6 o'clock takes out this low and this low. I'm just wondering if we're going to take out this low with this 4-hour candle. Other distribution traders who are used to trade distribution candles, does this look like a setup that is going to leave this low to take out the next 6 o'clock 4-hour candle? Then we take out this one and this one, and we're going to leave this for, so we're going to consolidate here for the next 2 hours. Look, a lot of the times when you see one low here, a lot of the times what you see happening is that you take out, you always have to look to your left. Like if you see a larger candle here, what happens a lot is that you get like it comes in phases, right? Sometimes it happens that it just takes out the low before this one. Now everybody thinks, oh, this low has been taken out, but sometimes what you see happening, you get one low below this, and the next candle takes out both of them. Any distribution traders, please help me. My FOMO is kicking in. I don't want my miss to move. No, I'm not gonna. I have to. I really need my. And everything needs to line up. It doesn't line up with me now. Either it leaves me without me. Um, but it's a low in for this 4-hour distribution candle. That's my question. That's what I'm struggling with at the moment. I've got a few things that I'm looking at and think yes, because it extended quite a bit already, and I think the London range is in. So are we going to leave this low? Futz around. I don't trade this. Go, hey, go on. No, it's hard. It's difficult because the majority of the move has already been done. So if it does go like another 100 or 200 points, it's hard to enter, right? I'm always struggling with slow price action like this, and also when you don't have a clear A and B, it's really difficult for me. And generally speaking, if you're in if you're in a range like this, it's sort of like, you're at the bottom. Are we going to extend? Um, Also when you have like market maker models, it's quite easy when you go from top to bottom and you go back to original consolidation, right? So how this could be original consolidation, but because it's such a we're in higher time frame, those areas are large. And that's why it makes it also more difficult to, in high resistance, or if it goes down slowly, what is the algo considering its original consolidation? It's just less clear because we have a wick here as well. So the area of original consolidation where it started to move up here, because this is just a market maker model, right? You can just see this as a, just if you go lower time frame, it's beautiful. Just a market maker model. What is the original consolidation all the way here? Here? Are we just going to reject up and then take it out and then we go even to a higher and then you go to this. This is also a market maker model, right? Even higher time frame. This is one, but also this is one. So what is it using? So that's what I'm thinking, like what is it using now? This is a rejection block now, maybe to go up. Yeah. Okay, I like it that it's going up a little bit. Come on, go up, 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 up. We like you to go up. My dong is strong. Long dong. Ah, Michelle. Michelle. My brother's name is Michelle as well. I don't know if I correct Michelle or Michelle. My dong. Long dong. Okay, I guess that's long. Long. My dong is. Yeah, I just wanted to go long to go short. But I don't. Um. I'm struggling to find a good entry. I've been struggling in London lately, really. I really have to find my proper good trades. Michelle, is this slang for our traders? My dong is strong. I don't know if I'm really saying something weird now. I hope not, but I guess that makes me naive then maybe. um, I hope it refers to any trading things. Oh, okay. Really? Oh, do we have a troll? Someone childish here? Do we have someone? Is it? Are you kidding me? How do I not know that? Um, okay, if that's the case, then um, I thought it sounded weird, but I'm like, I can't imagine that people are that childish, to be honest. Okay. I mean, I have to laugh as well because I'm. It's just like for me, it's like, why would someone say these things? And I mean, it's stupid for me to say, but I really don't know. I just don't know. Well, I thought like he said something else, and I was like, is he saying my? I thought my. I was like thinking, is it like a abbreviation of something? But I guess, see, that's what I mean. I'm not focused enough. Okay, he's gone. I don't. I mean, it's still funny, I guess, but I hope YouTube is not going to ban me because I use those words. But is it like an English? I mean, I never used that English word, to be honest. I mean, see, now I'm not focused on the charts anymore because Ah, okay, well, I was I was actually already thinking when the moment I was saying it, am I saying something weird? Well, you know what? I'll figure it out. The reaction will come very quickly. But I was like, the moment I was saying it, I was like, something is off here. Could you never know? But for me, it was good. Well, at least we have a laugh, right? Sometimes we need to have some fun as well. But the funny thing is, I see my the people that are watching went down. So maybe a lot of people um, were very yeah. I banned him. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't. I mean, I like jokes. You can always make jokes, but this is like little. I mean, it's just childish, and I mean, it's just a level of, um, me being so naive is funny, but uh, he's not going to bring anything valuable to the table. So yeah, of course I'm going to ban him. I mean, it's not. I mean, jokes are nice, but this is just childish. I mean, if people are like that, he's just a pervert. Don't want them around. Yeah, no, Mr. Chaos Factor, you're still. I you have all the right to laugh, and I also had to laugh. Like, oh my God, how could I? The moment I was saying it, I was like, and I did say, I think I might be saying something weird, right? And I was like, oh my God, did I fall for this? You never should do. I should have, good. But then again, no, listen, I would laugh at it as well. Don't worry, it's still fun. I mean, I ban him, but I can laugh of it. I laugh of it too. So not worried. Maxima, what do you think about the recovery yesterday and how the night to drop? Yes, actually, it was a pretty clear drop, to be honest. If you look at the chart, because I tried to play the part to the upside, and then it took previous day high, right? And the drop was actually, but I don't know if you guys trade Asia. I don't. I try not to, otherwise I don't sleep in anymore. But it was a beautiful. The only thing I want to point out is that it was 60 level 62. I got rid of it, but I'll show you guys. So we took out these these two highs here, and we went into this one here. Well, it was exactly 62%. So, but we still have a 72% here. So I'm just sort of wondering. Let me mark it again. I think it was this range, or it was a higher time frame range. I'll share a little gem with you guys because of my little, my stupid mistake. Let me just, I want to share a little gem with you guys. OTE small. Okay, hold on. Okay, here. Now, it also gives you some homework, but you see, when you use this range, it was exactly 62%. That's why I always have these levels on. Now, if 62 is used, now I want to see if I can. Yeah, hold on. 62. Where is the formal one? Price is just gonna hover around here, I think. So I'm just gonna. Oh, here we go. Let me take a larger one. So you see here it was exactly 62, right? And then we had to drop down. Let me now what I want to, I forgot which one it was. Was it this one? No, just figure it out. Go to 62. Okay. So I consider this a parent range. Now, what I've been backtesting is how it respects certain ranges, and because it's fractal, um, now because it here it responded exactly at 62, and we still have on the higher time frame, we still have these levels here. Now, I I wouldn't be surprised if we go back up now. We will turn again at 62. Now I can't find the thing that I marked, but I was already looking at, was it this level, and I thought, okay, why am I not having it here properly? So it responded at 62 here, but also from here. Yeah, okay, that was it. Okay. 62 with levels, so 72, 72. I still have this one marked here. So now at this moment we are respecting 62 level, but at some point we'll go to 70.02. So once we start go high, I already marked this level here, but we're not there yet. But I still think if we start going back up, right now it's 62. Just, I can't remember. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit. I guess the little ding dong thing threw me off. But if you look at the fractality of it, if you see that at a certain time frame, it's either 6.2, 0.5, 6.2, or 7.02. It goes in cycles, and you will see that it always, once it started using 6.02, and I can't remember what I did because I took them off because I'm trying to clean my charts. But here you can also see it did not tap into 702 yet. It responded here at 602. But the next time we will start respecting 702. Mark my. I'll show you when it starts happening because I'm sort of lost my. That's a problem because I take it off and then I don't remember which one it was. But then I see this cycle. But now it's 602. Obviously now we went below it, but I think the cycle is broken now, and I think now we're going to go for 702ish after we take out a low here. I will start looking at 702 levels again, but I'll point it out when it starts happening right now. We went below. Don't you think it's odd? Asia's been selling every night, and yes, but I think it's just cycles. It just goes into cycles, right? So now Asia, but it's also, think about this, guys. Something else I want to share. Then look at the lately the cycles has been that we had them at 9 o'clock, right? Now I know you all heard 369. What time was yesterday's low when we start having the move down? Around 3 o'clock. 369. It cycles 369. So lately we had a lot of the times. Someone in the chat also said, "Oh, I noticed a lot of the time the distribution comes at 9 o'clock." We're in a new cycle. Now it was yesterday. If you go back, On the 6, it's 3. Look at the hourly. 369. 3. Now I'm not going to say anything more about it. That's all for now. It's all there. It's hidden in plain sight, like Susie says. 3. And what did we have before? 9. It was always at 9 o'clock. Lately, all the distributions have been at 9 o'clock. In the 9 o'clock candle, 9:39 candle. Now we're in the 3. Figure it out. I don't trade around this time, but don't expect too much at 9 o'clock now. I see 2 working team buys setting a buying time per feature. It's just cycles. It's just time. It's all time. Everything is time based. The algorithm works in cycles, in time cycles. So it's just a new cycle that we started. Again, 3. That was this afternoon. Where do we start to move down? 3. 3. That's why I'm a little bit upset that I missed this move here, because I was thinking the distribution side, even though it doesn't move in the way I wanted, the distribution comes at 3. It's very easy. It's not that hard. 369 is a thing, guys. It really is. But you need to figure it out. I'm not going to share everything that I figured out so far, because you need to look in your charts, but it's all there. Okay, we took out the low. We're going. What you? It's all time. Everything is time. Time, time, time. Do we have a breaker here? Yeah, actually, I didn't want to share this, so forget about it. You're right, Maxima. This isn't it. You're good. 441. Yeah, it's Susie's definitely. Susie, well, it's not Susie's. It's actually Hopi Plaka and some other people. But I mean, he mastered it. He mastered it to the tick. I mean, I am not as, I wish I was at his level, but yeah, he mastered it. He's a genius. I love Susie. I love Frank. I mean, imagine being, I mean, he's not even, I think he's 20 or 21. And doesn't even have a driving license. I mean, I think he's very cute. But anyway, enough about Frank. He's getting a lot of shit just because he's doing well. He doesn't deserve that. Flatline. I don't know what BB has to do with our trading style, but I don't think BB is on. He's too busy looking at charts at the moment. Yeah, I mean, definitely try to. It's inspiring because just um, I do believe it's hidden in plain sight, but there's so many still to discover, and I'm just starting to see a few things, but I'm definitely not there yet. Again, it's just dripping, dripping, dripping. I just don't like that. It's just going to go without me most likely. Um, it's below 4 o'clock. We are definitely on the 1 hour. You can see it's already below the below the 4 o'clock, and I'm just going to let it go. It's okay. This should have been my entry. I keep on saying it, but it needs to go into my journal. It is NFP. Okay, by the way, something else I do want to add as well. When I was still also making Excel sheets of my days and how I was doing, I was always doing bad in NFP week. Not on Mondays, but obviously, and especially Thursday was my worst day. But um, when NFP, so it's literally the first day of the month, always. Um, I stopped doing the chart, but I didn't know that in the beginning because you start and you're not realizing. But then um, that was the week that I always lost my accounts, my evals, and my fundeds, and um, so the feeling that I'm having now is like, oh yeah, okay, it's NFP week. I'm always like struggling in NFP week a little bit. So no, it's definitely going. I think it's going to take its the previous day low and just going. I think it's going to drop all the way to what did I say? Three something. Let's see. Could that be the 11 a.m. bottom, Eddie? Could that be the 11 a.m. bottom? 11 a.m. You mean Eastern? Okay. 447. Previous day low taken. You see, it took it in at 445. So sometimes you can also extend your macros, right? To 445 to 415. When it takes out a low before a macro, you can already extend the macro to 415 as well. Let's see if it starts going back up now. I actually like this, to be honest. You know why? If let's say that it took this low here, we might have some Do we have S&T? Oh, hold on. Uh, could that be the 11 a.m. bottom? I don't understand the question, to be honest. 11 a. You mean yesterday's 11 a.m. bottom? Did we have an 11? It's a 3 a.m. 3 a.m. Hint, hint. So let's see now if we're done for now. Or are we going to fill this opening range gap here? They tried to stop hunt every retail call holder before the push up again. They have to stop hunt every retail call holder before the push up again. 450. That's 75. 384. 384. 384. It's 100 points to the downside. Look, it's very bearish, and we still have 1 hour of distribution to go. It doesn't look like we're going to consolidate, so I'm still thinking 384. I think I'm getting in. It's not going to go here anymore. I mean, this is just not going to be an. It's going to be out. Previous day low is 451. Yeah, we could just start really expanding fast. I wouldn't be surprised if we're really going to just drop. Um, let's see. But it's not leaving any. It's not leaving any. I don't see any imbalances anymore. 384. I think I'm gonna enter. I'm already in. I'm gonna enter with a couple of micros, I think. 384 is 452. Yeah, this is gonna be my trade. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna take it. Let me see. Oh, we do have a weekly low very quickly coming at 446. That's my only concern. 446. 446, 446. Previous day low. So there is a low at 446, weekly low. So we might see a little bit of a reaction there as well. Oh, again, those. I'm going to close the door. Okay. I need to wait. I just need to wait. Yeah. Tops and bottoms or end walks are also points of liquidity, so you always can expect a reaction there. Eddie, I see 24228. 456. I have my copper. Hold on. We have a weekly low at 448. Which is still low, 448, 2%, 2, 438, 384. When is it gonna get the? Oh, my back. Okay, we don't need to form a fair value gap anymore. We already have the fair value gap on 3. We're gonna get a new candle. We might get a spike up, and what does it want to do? Maybe it wants to go into this one here, or does it need anything? No, I think it's just gonna slow down. 384, yeah. Okay, I'm staying in. Let's see if it wants to start. Yeah, I've got 384 as my TP. But we do have a weekly low at 346, so most likely at 5 o'clock it will get there, and then it will have a little bit of a spike up. What do we need to do here? We have a small fair value gap here. It's the midpoint. 399. Oh, my back. Okay, let's see, 5 o'clock. not printing any gaps anymore, right? It's just going slowly, balancing out everything instantly, equal lows. There we go. What is it? 495. Yeah. I'm gonna add one or not. Okay, that's that weekly low. An old weekly low. Well, that was not much of a spike up, was it? 446. Okay. Run, baby, run. Oh, yeah. Okay, come on, go below. Fill my old opening range gap. Come on, do it, do it. There we go. We might get some distribution now, finally. Some normal, just larger candles. Come on. Ugh, I hate these little things that they always spike back. Because I want some large candles now. Come on. Quick. I wanted to use that word again, but I'm not going to do it. I mean, I'm just getting. Come on, move, move, move. So I'm just looking at why I have confidence in this level. It's because an old opening range gap and this lags sell side. So I'm sort of like anticipating this to give us a full sell side candle. And obviously we still have 1 hour of distribution at 4 hours. So I'm just expecting this now to, I want a candle closure. I would be really upset. It sounds weird to say, but for me, it's like, okay, now we are already below the midpoint. I really want to sell a 4 hour or 1 hour candle closure below this level. So that's why I am okay to go a little bit lower with my TP because I want the closure to be below this level. Now the only thing is that because it's a 4 hour candle and we're at the start of a new candle, obviously at some point it will retrace back into the range, right? So I don't hope it's going to do that here, but let's see. Now this I don't like. Let's see. Yeah, I don't like this. I'm out. But I don't mind because I know this trade will be a trade at some point. Let's see. So I like the time. Okay, I don't like it because the time is 3 past. This could be the reversal for 9. It makes sense because we're at the top of this end wall. Yeah, I'll get a better entry. It's okay. I don't really mind this if it does go up because I still have that level, and if it goes back higher, and even if it might go back all the way up here, and maybe remember I had this, there was still a little gap here that I was looking at, this one here. It makes sense if, like say it would go up there, here, which is also this, remember we still have this inversion, it could go back into this one. Well, I don't think it's going to do that now. I'm out of my trade, by the way. I just don't trust it. If it goes, it goes. I have to miss it again. It was yesterday, same thing. I mean, I tried 200 points. Here, we've got a gap here as well. Yeah. Stop. You said it more than one. This is what I'm talking about, 3 a.m. reversal. Twenty-four two two eight. Well, it's very bearish, so I'm anticipating actually lower prices, to be honest, but um, 7. Still interested, but I'm not going to do it. You see how it's creating liquidity beautifully for this whole move to the downside is going to be an awesome move to the upside at some point. It's going to be beautiful because we've got all these points of liquidity. So if you're not catching this move, it's not really you're not missing anything. You're just actually literally watching liquidity being created for the next move, right? So then you just have to wait until it's done to the downside, and you wait till you're changing the state, and you catch a beautiful move to the upside instead of being wicked up and get back down up, and unless you have a good entry, but it's just better to let it go. I still think that 384 is in the cards. It's just balancing out this imbalance here. Like show you guys on the higher time frame. You see we have nothing, so now we're getting sell side. So I believe we are just filling this gap here, and then obviously we need buy side as well. So I want this candle to close below here, so we get a candle closure. That's what I prefer because then we got the sell side candle on the 4-hour, because I'm a 4-hour distribution trader. So that's why I look at the 4-hour more than on like what needs to be balanced on the 4-hour instead of the other time frames. So I want this one to go down, 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 and then 384. I think that could be a nice low. There we go. Now it could also just create another wick, right? So if it would go down here, and if this candle, it could just also go back up and then, for example, create just a higher time frame wick, and then the next candle. So sometimes it's a little bit tricky. So, but if it's really, really bearish, you don't want it, you really want the candle closure below this level. And then you sort of have your the start of a balancing. Then you need another one, and that's buy side. So maybe we might get the back later on, like if it will go through here, closure, then maybe today we might get the other candle as well. And then it becomes very easy to trade the distribution candles, right? Because then you have more levels to look at. Let's see, 10 past. Okay, come on, start dropping. Drop, drop, drop. Anyone in a short? Okay, let's see now. Once we go out of here, if we do get out of here, then we might fill the whole, these two. To answer, I really wanted to go below this one here. So then we even might, 350, it can be in play as well. $350 and to add here. Okay, guys, I'm gonna leave it at here for now. It's just gonna go back and forth and slowly drip down, I think. I need to do some stuff. Seems like it wants to go 24. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely more room to the downside. Um, but you don't want to be caught in I just want to wait for like low resistance trades. For me, this is just, I would rather let this go. Listen, the good thing also, what I want to say about the move yesterday, I didn't see the move at 3 a.m. as well, but I think also what happened yesterday in the Asia, you know, when you have a a high resistance move slowly, you can expect a high resistance or low resistance to the other side a lot of the time. So I would rather wait, let the move play out, and then you know, we get like a large, like a, just larger candles, nice distribution. I just, I just hate this. I just hate this price action, and I would rather just not anticipate and just let it go, and then wait until we get the easy move that comes fast. They're done within 1.5 macros, and you have like 100 to 200 points in one move, right? Instead of just trickling down, trickling down, trickling down. But hey, doesn't make this should have been an entry 322. I mean, you know, honestly, 322 was beautiful. That was very clear. That was the only entry that I actually can blame myself for not taking. Uh, that being said, what time is it? 5 o'clock. Yeah. Any questions, my good friends? Well, welcome to the family, Nifty. I'm gonna leave the last part out. Yes, son of X. Yeah, I took a couple of trades. You have to a few paper trades, just a couple of scalps. Hey, Monty, how are you doing? Oh, have a safe drive. Well, yeah. Let's see. I mean, what time is it? 5:17. We can see this as a propulsion block. We don't go higher than the midpoint, I guess. So we're still bearish. It still looks very bearish, right? We're just trickling down, trickling down. But look how beautiful all the liquidity that we're creating. I mean, I think we're going to get a really nice move at some point. 24. Yeah, you might want to start looking at older end walks maybe as well. And also, oh yeah, hold on. I just want to check something. I wonder. Yeah, this end walk is this daily, also this gap. So 338. That's why this one is that will be my final move. So here 338, which is half of this gap. So here 350. Yeah, I like 350. I'll have a trade to 350 at some point, but no questions. Okay, guys. I'm just gonna wait a little bit longer to get a good entry, some entry that I really like, and then hopefully a bit more of low resistance. I'll share some, if I put any trade on, I'll share it in the Discord. I actually wanted to go up a little bit more, so it gives me a better opportunity to enter. There's no news today. What happened? Profit taking at yesterday's New York high. What happened? Profit taking at yesterday's. Did you? No. Well, I mean, about it was so frustrating, that trade. I tried 2 times and then it ran without me at 11:30, which was a really irregular time. But then, yeah, it was a beautiful trade at 3 p.m. It was a beautiful move to the downside. Yeah, I know. But I didn't trade it. I mean, I didn't. I was just I just did other things. I try not to go enter trades because otherwise don't want to do Asia because I need to sleep and I get really tired because I wake up 4 a.m. in my time and then it's about 12 a.m. and midnight and I just I'm just too tired. But hey, listen, Asia is a place to be right now, right? I guess. But yeah. Did you take any trade, Bowser? Did you trade? Did you trade this the move to the downside? Did you see it? Did you manage to take the trade? I'm just waiting for a better, faster price action. I mean, it still moved down pretty algorithmically, but yeah, the sell stop power hour, yeah, I agree. I wasn't, I was journaling and I was looking at, okay, that's a pretty nice move. I kept waiting for long. Hey, we might get a nice long today after this move to the downside. So let's see. I think it needs to do a little bit more selling and then we might get a nice, I would say almost, unless it's going to do some, it's already going to go up now. And then maybe we get a continuation in New York to the downside if it just start moving up. It left a little bit of it left a few imbalances here. Have a look at the 150. Just looking at this now. We've got quite a large move already to the downside. We're starting to reform the wick. I'm just trying to see if we have any original consolidations. Let's go to 15. This was my trade. I wanted to. I tried this a couple of times because I didn't want to, and then it just stopped me out a couple of times, and then it went here, and then beautiful here. Quarter to 4 should have been the most. Is the most beautiful entry. But look at this range, guys. It's just beautiful. Midnight is here. Just keep an eye on the. You would think a retracement at least. Well, I was actually hoping it might go there all the way now, but now I'm looking again at the higher time frame. I'm like, oh, will it just go back into the range now first and then go lower, or is it going to retrace up now and then go off using the New York Open, right? We're into N walks. We went into this N walk, and then we have a one that was encapsulated in it. This is an old opening range gap that I used, and look again, it went exactly to the bottom. That made me think as well, like, oh, are we done for now? I thought it might reject in this larger wick here, but it's not doing that. It's a daily one, so not yet. But maybe it's just going to trickle down. But Mauser. Oh my God, I need to. I really struggle with when it goes very, very slow to the downside. I just want, that's something I really want to work on, is getting better and stick to those entries and just let it trickle down, and then you have a good entry and then you don't mind. But I always get like really, I just don't like it too much, so I really need to wait. I just have to hope for and wait for low resistance. I used to call power the hope and pray because I was hoping for a big move to get back what I lost during the day. You don't want to use power hour for that because that's like you might just maximize your losses. I mean, it's really dangerous to do that because I always say the crazy bitch comes out at power hour, and she's there to take your money. If you really have like a sometimes it's sometimes really clear. It just always is. For example, if you have a previous day low or high and it just doesn't go there and it's very close, and then you have power hour, you know it will most likely whip into it. You can take those trades, but you really need to know if there's like a level of liquidity that's still resting there, and then you can use it because. But it's you can trade it, but you just really sort of like needs to know, okay, what does the market still wants to do or wants to which imbalances are there that might want to balance, but it could wick 100 points sometimes. It's crazy. um, but I think I still like it sometimes when it's sort of clear, but it doesn't always happen that's really clear, and then but yeah, I still like it, the power hour. You get used to if you start. I can highly recommend people if you want to trade it. You just start watching it and look how the price behaving, what is it doing. There's logic to it. I mean, it's definitely there, but you sort of like have to be careful when there's a liquidity on both sides and things like that, and it just doesn't. It can do both things in one, well, literally in a few seconds. It can go back 100 points with 2 weeks. Um, I've noticed these big sales in Asia actually starts in New York. Yeah. Um, yeah, we had I guess we had a continuation now, right, at New York from New York. So, but then again, it's just I don't know. Maybe next week is different again. We'll see. Let's see today what happens. If we get another, what happens at 3, or we have a distribution. It's today no news, so we'll have to just. It's interesting times, right? I do like to watch, even though it doesn't move. Uh, I can enjoy watching the chart. Even I actually enjoy it more when I'm not in a trade to tape read. Um, but yeah, it's better to make money. It's more enjoyable. Okay, guys, I need to do some stuff. I want to get ready for um, to do some stuff, and then I hope to prepare myself for a nice trade in the AM session. Oh, they left triple equal high. Yes, I saw. Look, this range is. I mean, that's what I'm just saying. If it just let it go down, if you miss this whole trade, it's okay, because it's setting up for a nice, maybe low resistance move to the upside, right? What do you think, Bowser? I'm sort of like, if I'm looking at like, oh, it's not too bad to miss this trade. Just let it go down and then see if it gives us a nice move to the upside. We're literally seeing liquidity being created. That's a lot. So I'm not too worried. Hey, Real Maximus, how are you doing? I was just actually checking out on you guys. I wanted to know if there's any questions. Oh, 420, 528. Looks like we're going to go lower again. No questions? Yeah. Yeah, the only thing I want to say is just don't get FOMO. Just let it. It's a very large move, but it was just very slow, trickling down. There was only one good entry, I think, at 322. For me, I guess maybe you guys can see other things that I missed, but hey, what goes up must go down, and what goes down will go back up. So I'm sure there will be many other. And then we also have to remember that it's NFT week, so it might from today it might get a little bit more tricky, right? So yeah, so just stay aware, preserve your capital for easier times. I'll see you guys late tomorrow again. If price action is nice, I might do a New York stream. but only if I see it's really worthwhile. And that's the beauty of being flexible and having freedom. Anyway, I'll see you guys later on. You know where to find me, and I wish you have a lovely, lovely day. Ciao, ciao.